Don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff. Wednesday morning. Hope you have a nice day. It's a hump day. Here you go, number 14. It says, create patience practice, period. So, intentional. It sounds like intentionally practice, a certain moment, certain time. Patience is a quality of a heart that can be greatly enhanced with deliberate practice. An effective way that I have found to deepen my own patience is to create actual practice period. Period of time that I set up in my mind to practice the art of patience. Life itself becomes a classroom, and the curriculum is patience. Yeah, okay. You got syllables, and like curriculum is patience. You can start with a little as 5 minutes and build up your capacity for patience over time. Start by saying to yourself, okay, for the next 5 minutes, I won't allow myself to be bothered by anything. I'll be patient. What you will discover is truly amazing. Your intention to be patient, especially if you know it's only for a short while, immediately strengthen your capacity for patience. Wow, it seems like you have a certain goal, like 5 minutes goal. That's it. You just need a 5 minutes. Patience is one of those special qualities where success feeds on itself. Once you reach little milestones, 5 minutes of successful patience, you'll begin to see that you do indeed have the capacity to be patient. It's like a practice, It's like same as a push-ups, You still don't know how many push-ups you'll be able to do, but once you do it, okay, I could do 5 push-ups. I could do 10 push-ups. Start from that. And you have confidence on that, right? So, even for longer period of time, over time, you may even become a patient person, because if you keep doing push-up every single day, imagine like 1 year, wow, you'd be a king of push-ups. Since I have young children at home, perfect scenario. I have many possibility to practice the art of patience. For example, on a day when both girls are firing questions at me as I'm trying to make important phone calls, I'll say to myself, now is the great time to be patient. For the next half hour, I'm going to be as patient as possible. See, I've worked hard. I'm up 30 minutes. See? He started 5 minutes. Now it's a half an hour. So it's 30 minutes. All kidding aside, it really works. And it has worked in our family as I keep my cool and don't allow myself to be annoyed and upset. I can calmly yet firmly direct my children's behavior far more effectively than when I get crazy. Well, when you're crazy, when you're upset, well, children knows exactly. They feel it. And then you say something to them, as you expect them to do something, well, they'll say, well, you're crazy. Why would I listen to? But if you have a calm, like ocean voice, like a really firm, or they'll feel, oh, nature's telling me. Like they feel it. It's there. It's in our DNA. So, if, let's say, if you have a meeting, your boss, upset about, frustrated, and his face turning red, and he's telling everybody. Do you think everybody's gonna take that as, they don't? Are they gonna count that word? No, but the guy's calm and peaceful, and tell them, then yeah, it's different tone, right? The simple act of gearing my mind toward patience allow me to remain in the present moment far more than I would if I were upset. Think about all the time this has happened before and feeling like a mystery. It's amazing. When you calm, that means, your amygdala, our limbic system, and they're like a small, tiny almond shape of the brain. It triggers a lot of things, especially like our instinct, fear, like fight and flight, all those matters. But if that's trigger, it means it's overcoming all the neocortex, our conscious mind. So if you let that almond brain down and calm, and then all other functions will be able to work. So that means you'll be able to feel the present moment. It's like, it works. It's better for us. So what's more, my patient feelings are often contagious. They rub off on the kids, who then decide on their own that it's no fun to bother dad. So it's benefiting everybody. Let's start from you, right? Why not? Being patient allows me to keep my perspective. Well, I can remember, even in the midst of difficult situation, that's what before me, my present challenge. It's not life or death, but simply a minor obstacle that must be dealt with. Without patience, well, imagine. The same scenario can become a major emergency, complete with a yelling, frustrating, heart filling, and even worse, high blood pressure. Be careful. If you have a too high, you ended up going in hospital, via the emergency car, ER car. So it's two different ways. Like flip the coin, basically. Which side, of the coin you're gonna choose. You decide it. It's really not worth all that, all those frustration, hurting, right? Whether you're needing to deal with children, your boss, or a difficult person or situation, if you don't want to sweat the small stuff, improving your patience level is a great way to start. It's awesome. Yelling, frustration, like upset. Well, imagine if those are matters, all the big stuff, you still gotta deal with it. But have you ever dealt with all the frustration, like ongoing, a week, a month? Have you ever dealt with it? No. You absolutely forget about it. Which means it's a small stuff. Imagine probably everything you deal with currently, today, probably all small stuff. So think about what is the big stuff that you've been dealing since you're born and up to now. What is the big stuff? Actually, one of the big stuff is breathing. If you don't breathe, you die. That means that's a huge stuff. Learn breathing. That's a critical, right? You know what monks teach the beginning of the class? Yeah, at the beginning of all the classes when they're young, breathing. You know why? Because that's big stuff. They don't teach English. They don't teach alphabet. Because, well, and they don't teach, how to succeed. It always changes. If you leave Korea, I left Korea, so I don't need Korean anymore. I need English. If I go French, if I know Spain, if I go Italy, probably I don't need English too. So that's a small stuff. It could change. But breathing, I cannot change breathing, right? You know why? Because if I stop breathing, I'll be gone. Big stuff. Those are the all big stuff that you have to remember. Since you're born, what do you have? Still doing it. That's a big stuff. And including yourself. Yourself is a big. Thank you. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.